in high school and stuff like that, I mean, I never labeled myself. I never told people I was trans. I simply was me. And if people thought I was gay or if I was a lesbian, so be it. If they thought I was trans, so be it. It never really mattered to me as far as coming out. But I think as I've gotten older and started to come out to people and kind of tell them, it basically it's I don't sit them down. I don't give them a long spiel. If you're accepting of it, cool. If you're not, then I don't, it doesn't bother me. This is who I am at the end of the day. So I never really get scared or nervous to tell anybody. To me, it's more of I'm proud of who I am and now, and I tell anybody who has the time to listen. My name's Adam. I've grown up and lived here in Riverside, California. This is where I was born and raised.
I'm Courtney. We're both 23, both from Riverside, California. I'm currently a student and I work at a pizza place.
It's kind of weird because I never really came out. I just kind of was this way, and it never really changed. I dressed in boys' clothes. I cut my hair off when I was in the third grade. I cut off my hair and I had it short. I always dressed like a boy, and then one day my mom just kind of showed me an episode of Oprah. It had transgender kids on there, and I saw that, and I connected with that, and that's ever since then. I did my research. There wasn't that much out there to be able to help me and to understand all the stuff that I kind of looked into and saw was very negative, and it was negative in the media, negative in online and all that kind of stuff. And, so it made me a little bit scared, but as I kind of grew older and just kind of grew into myself, I just grew into accepting it. And my cousin is actually trans too. And so he kind of, in a sense, he helped me and was kind of like, you just have to accept who you are and love who you are. And it's a huge part of my identity of who I am. I don't walk up to people and introduce myself and say, hi, my name's Adam, I'm transgender, but it is who I am. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to accept that. When I was a kid, I wanted to transition. I wanted to be a man, and that was it. And now I take pride in it. And it is a huge part of me and who I am as a person. And then, so now I'm 23 going on 24, and I feel complete as a person, and I feel complete in my transition. And, I couldn't be happier with where I am today.
Well, it was junior year of high school, so we were like 16. We were in the hallway. I was with one of my friends, and then at the time, he was known as Amy, so I was introduced to Amy, and then we ended up having some classes together. We did student body. We started to get very close. We're just really good friends. Senior year came, and then we didn't see each other after that for 5 years. And over the years, we'd always be like, let's meet up. We never would. Finally, it got to a point where we did, and then that night, we went and got dinner. And we sat in the parking lot till 6 o'clock in the morning just talking, and him just telling me about his transition and what he went through with all of it. And pretty much
we haven't left each other's side since.
When people had found out that he was trans, they definitely were like, oh, you're a lesbian now. So I would simply just show them a photo of them and just be like, does it look like I'm a lesbian? No, he's very manly, he's masculine, everything. I'm not attracted to women. I am attracted to men. And so I definitely get that a lot, though. So you're a lesbian now.
Even though in her head, she knows she's not, it was hard for her to kind of still hear it. And, I always told her, you don't have to have a label or identify as anything. You're a human being who loves another human being. And that's it. You know what I mean? What other people are going to have to say it's their way of accepting your relationship without understanding how it actually works and what it actually is. People, they'll always say like, well, it doesn't matter how much surgery you'll have or how much you transition, you're still a girl. People always say that to people who are trans. They always want to say like, it doesn't matter, like you're still what you were born as. So I think that that's when it comes into play as far as our relationship of people being like, well, you're a lesbian couple because you're with a girl, you're with a female. Before I changed my name and gender and stuff, and obviously the appearance I have, like with hearing, oh, like, you know, going to a job interview, I didn't get a couple jobs because people would kind of look at my name and look at me, look at my gender, and then be like, whoa, what are you? Why are you, says you're female, this is your name, like, I don't understand. And so people would kind of be like, well, that doesn't really fit what we want here.
Like my mom and my dad, they were accepting of it. He's been around them. They're totally fine with it. But some of my other family, they're not so accepting of it. And they just see it as, well, that's a girl. No, you can't be with him. Like, no. And I wish they would just see him as a human being and just stop disregarding him just because he did go through this transition.
Represented, like I said earlier, there are so many different stories, and not that they all need to be shared, but I'm just saying, like, there needs to be more than just, you know, one or two people that are representing the trans community, because there are so many different people in the community that should, you know, voice their story and not be known, but just be kind of say, hey, like, I'm trans too. Maybe you'd never guess it, but, you know, here I am.